you out there.
Okay.
Okay. Up the stairs, I can't guarantee how clean it is, and that sink upstairs does not work. But the kitchen sink down here has soap and water. Okay. So up the stairs and you'll see it.
Surprise! So I'm wearing the old meta glasses, and we made a picking video. Little side note, it's a little strange looking in a mirror, which I'm doing right now, making a video. I mean, what do I do with these? I don't know. Anyway, so we went down to New Prague. We got a call from this Brian fella, and my wife and I went down and we did a pick. And I made a video. And it's the first video, the first long form video that I ever made. I also, for the first time, tried my hand at editing. We'll see how you like it. I hope you do. But the video starts out with just us going through the house. So we went down there under the idea that we're going to buy the whole estate. But I kind of knew that that wasn't going to happen. So the first thing we do is we walk through the house and just kind of see what's there and make an assessment. We do a pretty thorough examination, and then we come in and we start making our offers. This particular, I'll just let the cat out of the bag. We bought one tote and we bought it for $100. So that's how that little negotiation went. I didn't get too into it. There was a bit okay, so there's always going to be a main floor, but there's an upstairs and a basement and a garage, well, two garages in this video, or not in this video, but that's what was in the house. So the basement, there was nothing there, so I didn't, it takes a long time to make videos. And it's expensive too on my website, so it takes up space, and I want to try and save as much space as possible. Anyway, so made a video. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys like it. It's my very first, like I said. So I start off on the main level, we go upstairs, then we go out to the garages, we come back, we make a little deal, and then at the very end, we take it all back to the shop. So there it is. Enjoy. Let's do this. So here's me walking around the house. Okay. Picking things up, just checking things out. Okay. I come across this little electric, I don't know. I didn't know what it was at first, but when I got it back to the shop, which you'll see later, I realized it's like an inhaler. You fill it full of mint or peppermints or spearmint or whatever, it burns it, and you sniff it. It's an old remedy tool. So I'm just trying to see, is it Belgium? Belgium. All right, down here in New Prague, Minnesota. Yeah.
Yeah. So everything here is stuff we're
okay.
Not a
Very interesting. I should probably start looking stuff up. Maps, yeah. So there's nothing in the cupboards? Okay, all right.
Everything should be out.
All right.
Yeah, everything should be out. The only thing, this built-in buffet has some stuff in drawers which we have open.
Okay.
Or displayed that you could see.
Yeah.
There's a.
Okay, so I started looking things up, and when you're going through these picks, you don't. Again, all I'm doing is assessing. I don't know where Robin is at this point. I'm just seeing what is here. Yeah. What do we got? Yeah. There's so far there's a lot of stuff that there seems to be stuff that we would like to buy. So yeah, you know, I just noticed that the stuff is old, and things like it was a matter of, you know, this stuff is from like the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. So much money for this. I just noticed that, so I only can assume that that's the rest of the house. So that's why I made that comment. But here's me, you know, I'm, you know, stupid, broken. These guys went through this estate. They picked this estate apart. They set all this up. It's kind of pseudo set up like an estate sale. And you know, there's some men's clothes right there, which, by the way, always do well, because guys never save their clothes, and when they do, they sell well. That's just all there is to it. So yeah. What do we have here? Records?
Yeah, I think there's some in there. There's more back here too. The little guys.
Oh yeah. What kind of records? Guy Lombardo. So these records, you know, they're fine. The wine stuff, yeah, that's good stuff right there. This guy took care of his stuff. Apparently he grew up in this place. He's in his late 70s. He's at a home now. So everything that's here, he took care of. He was a bachelor his whole life. And now he's doesn't have much time with us. Yeah, and, Brian was saying that. Yeah, so the records were well maintained. Anyway. All right, I'm gonna quick pop upstairs.
Sure.
All right, so that was the main floor. Let's go upstairs now. So we got called down here by this Brian guy. Katana, yep. Yes. These are new shoes. You know, Route 66, I don't know. What has got going on here? You know, whatever. So there's some newer stuff here, too. Skechers, you know, that's only within the past, 15 years. So, you know, if we're going to make an offer to buy, now I got clues and evidences that there's new stuff here as well. But that said, nothing's blowing my mind. These are all $5 and $10, $15, $20 eBay items. There's no, there's no treasure that has jumped out. There was that head base downstairs, but outside of that, you know, I see a lot of work. And you always got to be careful of buying somebody else's work. So, yeah. Not inlaid. Oh, here we go. So this is vintage 60s and 70s apothecary stuff, first aid, but these payday bibs, any condition. These things are old. Those things are 1950s, 60s payday bibs. I got a buddy who collects vintage men's clothes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's some really good vintage men's clothes here. And those payday bibs, those were a huge clue. So now I'm starting to see, there's some treasure potential here. But that said, there's my wife right there. That said, this whole estate, I can tell that these guys, they kind of went through it all. I think they spent some time looking things up and setting things up, really and they kind of knew what to leave behind, but they also knew what to take. And a lot of the, there's some missing treasures here. I can just feel it. I can tell. They've taken some stuff. And, his wife might have, started her own eBay thing. Who knows? But, yeah, going through all of this stuff, it's got the right age. It's well maintained. And the men's clothes are... There's some real treasures here in the men's clothes. So we got to make. So there's a little kid's costume. It's cute. It's not worth much, but yeah, there's treasure. The Hawaiian shirts that I'm gonna find right here. Oh, that's an old coat. Let's go to these Hawaiian shirts. Come on, here we go. Yes. So those things. He's got a whole fistful of them. I only looked at a few, but those are good shirts. You're gonna get $40-50 a piece for them. So this Pendleton, yeah. There's a story behind this. I won't get into it right now, but yeah. Fact is, the story's starting to become clearer. Funny. And the story is that these guys inherited this estate, and they're trying to sell it all. They took out the treasures. Right. They left behind a lot of other treasures that they just didn't know about. Yeah. And yeah, so the price is coming.
What's that?
The offer is coming. Okay. And
there's stuff.
Yeah, I can see the writing on the wall at this point. So
look at how cute that is. I know. Like Nick would love all of these. Yeah, of course. Like what's... I suppose I didn't... Oh my god. I never opened my present. Oh.
So vintage Christmas, you can never go wrong with vintage Christmas. Starting in about, I'd say 1950. That's so. I'm just tallying up the evidence that there might. Oh, there's some old holsters. Robin's kicking herself for not grabbing those, but yeah, the evidence of vintage Christmas is here. There turns out there's a lot of stuff on that shelf as well. But again, all I'm doing is assessing at this point. Yeah, I just want to make the guy an offer and figure out where is he at, how much can I make right now, how much can I make in the future, and I can see the story here. I can see the writing is on the wall.
What do you think they want for it all? Like, we could probably take all of it. We have to get a U-Haul.
All right, so that was the upstairs. Let's go out to the garage.
Hi.
Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Ron.
Nice to meet you.
This is my wife. Oh, I thought she was right behind me. Oh. So we've been through the house.
Okay.
There's 2 buildings?
Yep, 12 buildings. Yeah. Hi, I'm Brian.
I'm Robin.
Nice to meet you. Yep, so we'll run
Yeah.
outside. We want to try and go through a couple of those.
Let's do it.
So this is obviously where I meet Brian, and there's Robin again. You know, I was dealing with his wife at first, and now this is the man.
Okay.
And this is his uncle's estate. So he's going to show me this small garage. You know, there's some Cadillac things. You know,
Table in here.
there wasn't much in
Yeah.
this garage.
Okay.
You got to be careful with furniture. That's some fender for I don't know what.
Hubcaps.
There's some hubcaps. You know, it doesn't.
Okay.
I'm thinking at this point, I don't have a lot of hope for the other garage, but he walks us back. I probably, you know, in
You're
being
taking
this
the
is my
trailer?
first video, I probably should have cut all this out.
Oh, okay.
But you know, whatever. I guess it's part of the story. But yeah, here we go. This is pretty standard stuff.
You're taking
you know,
all that.
He wants to keep the toolbox. Oh, there's a surprise. All those wool blankets, those are, you know, probably Pendleton. You know, wool blankets do well. This is just a little storage area.
Okay.
This is basically this guy's, the uncle's, this is basically his workshop back here.
Fire truck though.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, there's some wool
you know,
blankets in there.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
There is some decorative.
See those markings on the floor? There was some equipment in here, and Brian is absconded with it.
Kind of a hipster thing.
Yeah, so this guy, this Brian guy, he knew what to pick out of here. We're basically looking at the things that he just doesn't want to deal with. And there's, you know, he's only got so much knowledge. And I'm, you know, you'll see that I try to educate him in a minute, and he's just whatever. He doesn't care. You know, there's some evidence of, there's probably neon signs hanging in here. This guy was an automobilia collector, I think. So this is the apothecary right here hanging on the wall. So that
Hardware.
first aid, there's a lot of
Hardware.
first aid kits throughout this whole estate. See that thing, that clock? That's a beautiful mid-century clock. Anyway, that apothecary, yeah, you could fill that with all the
Oh, yeah.
1950s
Yeah,
and
for
60s
sure.
first aid that's throughout this whole estate, and you could probably sell it for about $1,500.
Yeah, we could.
But anyway, I digress. Let's get to
brought
making the
totes.
deal.
If you're interested, so like a trash bag of clothes. What would you want?
It all depends. I don't know. I don't know. I've looked online. Some of the, you know, the antique leather and some of the other stuff. I mean, I know that the vintage stuff can go. I mean, there's some value to that a little bit more than some of the other stuff. I don't, but we do have somebody else come in and look at the whole, because I'd like to get rid of, just kind of come in and clear out the house as much as you can.
So again, we'd like to have somebody come in and
So
clear
what
out the
kind of
house.
a lump
Yeah,
sum
he
were you
wants
thinking?
us to pay him to do his work. He's taken everything of value in his mind, and now he's trying to sell all the rest, which I already knew that. So that's why I knew I could at least, you know, take a tote off this guy. And again, I don't blame him. You know, he's just trying to
So,
make the most money
for
and do the
driving
best
down
thing
here, it'd be
and do
nice
the
to at
least
least
amount of
fill a
work.
tote
That's
today,
my whole thing.
if we could.
I want to do the least amount of work and make the most
that
money.
said,
And
there's a lot
so
of
does
stuff
this
here.
guy.
Yes.
And he's no dummy, you know. And he's like, and just him saying, well, I look things up and know about vintage clothing. Yeah, he knows about everything that was in that house. We are literally looking through his leftovers. And that's fine. I get it. I don't want to take anybody's inheritance away from them. And
Yeah,
I'm very
I don't think
happy
he's, you know,
to be looking through his leftovers. And yeah, so now I'm going to try and educate him a little bit and use
Yeah.
piles of trash to do it.
family. Meet the Mormons. Or Mormons.
So just so you know,
Yep.
all this paperwork out here, there's a whole genre of people that look for this.
Okay.
So you got it sort of in, we're just going to throw it away.
It's a pile of some of that. Some of it is stuff we don't want. It's some of his personal stuff. So with the paperwork, we wouldn't want just. So we'd want to go through it, and I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
You know, because there's addresses and social security numbers and different things in there.
Sure.
So that's stuff we want to just kind of be careful of. But yeah, some of this stuff I'm sure with the books.
So I always educate people, you know. So identity thieves, they're not looking. So they want an identity of a 16-year-old kid. They want the identity of a 22-year-old college student. They don't care about some 70-year-old man on his deathbed. They know that if once the death certificate is filed, if they try using that person's ID, they're gonna get caught. So they don't want old dying people.
I think if I
I know that whatever.
Look at it,
I just wish people weren't as paranoid.
Charge me a price, I kind of know where you're at with the rest of it.
All right, so that was the garage. We made our little deal for the tote for the $100, and now we're gonna go back through the house and pick our treasures. So let's go.
Okay. So how long did he lived here his whole life, you said.
Yep.
So now I'm fishing for where's the money hiding, right? I'm asking him questions. So people hide money all the time.
Okay.
They hide their treasures. People don't want their treasures discovered. And who knows what the story is, why this guy is in a nursing home exactly. So I start asking questions. We're picking at this point. We're filling a tote. So knowing that we only got one tote to fill, I want to grab the best stuff, but I also want to try and get some future information from him. Could the money box be hiding underneath a dresser? Could it be hiding in the basement that's not a part of this video? I just want to get a feel for where everything's at, because the next offer is we're going to come back, or I'm going to offer him to come back, and actually we don't come back. But that's fine. I want to score right now. And that's what my motive is here. I start questioning them. What's going on?
So we've been doing it together full time since 2014. I started.
So when people used to question me, that was a threat to me when I first started back in 2012. Now I just give everything up. It doesn't matter.
eBayer?
There's only so many people who have the guts and the moxie to come out and do this. So I don't mind. As a matter of fact, I want more people doing this. And look at him. He's standing there like a dork with his hands in his pockets. He knows he's made a ton of cash. And he doesn't necessarily want to chump me, but...
What do you got there?
Just the pictures. Family pictures.
So here's my paranoia coming out
your
on
parents
him right now.
Actually,
People like to, so in our business, people, they don't mean to do it, but they like to bait and switch. They like to, pull you in, show you the goods, make you make a bid, and then say, oh, well, I'm going to take this and take that and take the other thing. And you've made a bid based on, what you saw. And then they want to take things out. So that,
Does it work? Did Did you plug this in?
I did not plug it in. I found it in a drawer, so.
Are all these empty?
No, so there's a few things in each one of these. Some stuff. The ones that are closed, those are empty, but I left some things up.
Just want to plug it in quick, if I can find the plugger. Yeah, no.
So, my wife, right? She's asking me what I think is
Love to market,
she
you know.
knows the answer to that question.
Yeah,
And
find
I'm
plug-in.
just starting to learn right now that she's asking me something because she's trying to play the distraction game too. And I don't know what her
Seems
purpose.
related,
I
actually.
just got to learn to trust why she's asking me what on the surface appear to be a dumb question that she already knows the answer to. But there's lots of reasons why she's asking me. And
Yes.
I just need to get in tune with her a little
So-
bit more, I think. And she needs to let me know why she's asking an obvious question that I know she knows the answer to.
Let's head upstairs and see what we can find.
Is this a... I just want you to feel it. Is it a no?
No, that's part of the, yeah. What?
Did you get the pen too?
The what shit?
The pen?
Yeah, I think so.
So we're almost done downstairs. Let's go upstairs. And yeah, so see that $200 for those bibs?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Come with me.
So again, vintage men's clothes they just go, people collect them. And now we're back to this Pendleton robe. Yeah, you know, this thing is probably worth $100 to $120, but we discover
Was
that
there
it's got a
anything-
rip in it that's been repaired, and you know,
Tickle
whatever.
you?
It was one of the, you know, things that I thought was going to be a treasure, but it turns out, you know, we'll just end up dumping it on Keybit or something. I'm not going to eBay it. I don't want to go into a lot of explanation about why it's got a rip and,
Bone
you know,
Thugs and
whatever.
Harmony.
That's just too much work. Let's
Oh.
just dump it in a pile of clothes on Keybit and get $20 for the pile. You know, and that's fine with me. So here's a few treasures that Robin found. I'm loading her arms up, and again, what's funny is we brought the wrong size tote. So I made the guy an offer for a tote, and I knew as soon as I did it, I was like, I wish we would have brought bigger totes. But I knew that I could fill a tote, and by the way, we're gonna make over $1,000 for the $100 that we spent. That's just how it's gonna go. And so, yeah, we're gonna be at probably right at $1,000 actually, but yeah.
Leroy, huh? That is kind of a cool thing. Robin. Robin.
Look at, she's got a fistful of stuff.
First aid sheet.
And I'm
why
handing
do you
her
run
more
this
stuff.
downstairs?
And I'm like, yeah, no, don't.
That's not
This
gonna
is, and it's not attached. And yeah, there we go. Let's just carry it. And so here's another little first aid kit,
We
one
only
of,
got so much
you know,
room.
15 laying
got so
around the
much room.
house. Took out some razor blades that'll go with that. And
That
yeah,
was
we're
one
done.
heck of a buy.
And it's time to go back to the
Hopefully.
shop.
We'll get it back to the shop. We got our 25 lots. That would be fanfrick.
All right, so deal's done. We got our tote. Now let's take it back to the shop and see what we got. and price everything. You'll see that there was a little bit of pricing just to give you a teaser, but we get a little more into it in the video back at the shop. So let's go.
All right, here we go. Got our new Prague buy tote. Paid $100 for the tote, which is stuff is getting expensive. We're like having to pay more, and stuff isn't selling for as much. Ugh. Will you close up the back? Ho, 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 ho. $100 for everything. Look at how cute. So he called this a Boy Scout jacket with the little pants, but it's not. It's just a costume. Look at that little army hat. That pin. Let's see, that pin's going to be worth a little bit. Probably just leave it on there. But yeah, that's a good one. Pile of clothes. Pendleton. Look at this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and...
I'm gonna just rip these off.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get it out other than that.
Yeah, just tear the cardboard around it off. All right. So let's go to, let me see, what am I doing here? Googs. The Googs. Blank. We'll go with robe. R-O-B-E. Yeah, $100. Look at there. 90, 95, 49, 80, 18. Yeah, it's a $50. We'll see how it does on K-Bid though. Keep going here. So this little guy, made in Italy. It's like a bicycle thing. How about this? Payday. I bet you this is worth some money. We'll see if I get a payday. $128, yeah. $350, $280, yeah. These will do well. They'll be their own lot. Won't even bother going through these. Well, maybe I'll look a few of these up. Bugle Boy. Let's check it out. $27, $30, $29. Yeah, you know, $35. How about Mahine, Hawaii? $30, $95, $125. Yeah. Okay. What? Ooh, yeah. Kellogg's Switchboard Supply Company. Yeah, that thing's cool. Set it up. So you got to keep on top of this stuff. You know, this would have been, you know, $300-400 5 years ago. Now I'm seeing one. Yeah, 140, 125. Yeah, we did pretty good. These are Hummels, you were saying? What?
No. I picked some birds. And because there's other birds in here.
I mean, so we got people that love their little figurines. Love them. And they're, oh yeah, what's the year on that? 70 something?
Is it 70 or 10?
70. 1970s Bugs Bunny. That was a couple of years before I was born. Let's see.
Is that not the cutest?
Look at that. Yeah. Is it like a little bud vase?
Yeah.
So let's put in 1970. Yeah, you know, it's a fun little novelty thing. Ooh, what's this? So that's, yeah, broke. But it's a good, this is broke. Any more? Yes, this is the, look at that bad boy. Holy crap. It's a camping, it's like the total Boy Scout. Who's the maker? Stainless, don't care.
Little Fenton duck.
Oh yeah, does that say Fenton? Mm-hmm.
And then these were just signed.
Japan. Well, it's fine. This thing is pretty cool. I'll put it with, it's got his own carrying case. Put it with the rest of the knives. That'll be a fun lot. So this can go right in the trash. Oh, yep, the head vase. Boom. Does it say anything?
No. Yes, it does.
Napco.
Sorry.
Yeah, Napco. It's a Napco head vase. These used to sell 125, 130. Let's see now what they're going for. If you hang on to this stuff for too long, $70, $140, yeah, okay. So kind of maintaining their price, but not the greatest. Yeah, she's a cutie. She'll get her own lot, which is a good thing. Boink. Well, she'll go back there. That's 3.
Little cast iron.
Yeah, it is a little cast iron incense burner. Put it with the rest of the cast iron.
So these are the things I picked up. I have another one of these somewhere.
I want to know what the heck wooden automobile. Oh, look at that. So like a little ornament.
He's stupid.
It's not stupid. You're stupid. All right. I wonder. Let's look her up. So yeah, so we, you know, $100 so far is pretty good.
I know that there was I'm sure you saw it. It was a tray that was on the table in the dining room.
Okay.
That was Red Wing.
Oh, yeah, yep. I do know what you're talking about. So this is all of his Cub Scout badges. So that thing I want to take a quick little picture of. Ooh. 300, 258. Yeah. Excuse me. That's a little fun little, it's a Mark's toy. Cute little Buttons, 1950s. Squirrel. This we use for something. Somebody was smoking. I think this guy had a little smoking habit for a minute. I don't think it was a full-time smoker. I want to take a quick picture of.
That's a fun one.
There was another one of these there too.
I want to wear that.
Yeah. It's pretty retro. There it is. Gas station. Oh, yeah, sure. I knew I recognized this thing. So it's a gas station workers. What are you looking up?
This?
Oh, the Hummel.
Toothpick holder.
Oh,
Or a tiny vase for small flowers.
oops.
28, 29, 6. Oh.
That is an ashtray.
Oh, there's supposed to be 2 of them, I think.
Oh,
But a lot of people only have one, so maybe it's just
85. There he is right there. 105. That's not an ashtray though. My little saddle. Let's see what these little. Huh. There's another little mini saddle. Schaefer's. That's probably pretty good. Yeah.
It's about $30. Asking for this one.
Big old paper mate. This will be a good lot. Oh, that's a fountain pen. I think.
Parker?
No, it's a paper mate.
Or, yeah, that's what
I can't see. It is a fountain pen. It wasn't the pen that was originally in there, so that's good. I bet you that's a 14 karat gold tip. If it is, that tip is coming with me. Little ashtray. Where did I put Mr. Puppies and Puppies? What? Blinko, yeah. That's what I figured. Is it, oh, gross. Is it worth?
45.
So this I'm pretty interested in. That is a mothball vaporizer. It's going to vaporize mothballs. What did I do with my phone? There it is. All right. Let's have a peek here. Bet you 30 bucks. 24, 21. Was a little high. That'll be a fun little part of a lot of vintage whatevers.
30 to 45.
These. Huh. Oh, one carved. All this Cadillac stuff. What did you do with your Cadillac stuff?
It's over here.
He was ripping off, I got a feeling, as a kid. I know kids used to do that. Once upon a time, they would go around ripping off hood ornaments. Yeah, this is the one, right? No. This is the one. No. So I'm missing, unless you got it, there was a little box. It came out of the living room. And it had little pins and things in it. And I'm not seeing it. It's one of the very first boxes that I grabbed. Where's the Cadillac stuff?
It's over here. It's right here. I'm just putting it apart.
That'll be a nice little lot right there. Yes, it will.
So we actually got like 4 Cadillac emblems there. So you see that price of whatever, 140. Yeah, we're actually got like 3 or 4 of those.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty pumped about that lot. That lot will actually sell for about $300-400, and it's probably one of the biggest treasures we got. So there you go.
One of the very first boxes. It was a wood box, actually. It was a little wood box. I wonder if they grabbed it out. I'll have to look that up later. It was the only gold, possibility of gold. Yeah, what is that? Oh. Yep. It never made it to the tote. And that sucks. And I don't know how that happened. Well, I guess you win some, you lose some. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. These, yes. So it was this stuff. Where did this stuff come from?
It's always been in the bottom.
Yeah, okay. Where did Mr. Shaving Kit go? I saw him. Yeah, there he is.
Leroy. We'll call him Leroy.
We'll just call him Leroy for now. There's a nice little lot. All right, let's look at some. No, nothing. I'm not seeing 15. So these are nothing. Okay. Bonk. Here's a fun little lot. I figure it would be. Got 5.
No gold.
No. Nope. Hams. That's the big one. Warcoa. Floating fish knife. I see. Baby fish knife. Little Harry Met Sally reference there.
Right.
One last thing, and then we'll put it to bed here. Made in the USA. Oh, I don't know where I put my phone. It's around here somewhere. It can't be, oh, there it is. Can't be far. All right. Baby fish knife.
Could be.
What?
Could be hard.
Yeah. Okay. And that's, so we'll, we tripled our money, maybe a little more. I don't think we got 25 lots, which we needed. But I think we got 10 lots. What is this thing? Jesus. Inhalant? Electro. Haler. Look at this guy's sniffing. Let's sniff some glue back in 1903. All right. All right, yeah, we, you know.
I thought that was signed.
Yeah. Yep.
I just thought he was a cute little guy.
Yeah. So I like that Blanco. That'll probably be its own lot. Those glass, what is that? You said a Fenton? One of them is. So all of these, we got a nice art glass lot now. Yeah. Perfect. All right.
What about this guy?
What guy?
In here?
What guy?
The Hummel.
Yeah, probably. So head vase, she'll be her own lot. Well, that'll sell for, you know, $50, I suppose. All right. Yeah, I think that's, that'll be that. Signing off, here we go.
All right, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope there's a lot more to come. And, you know, I'm new at this, and I really would like to make it work. And I appreciate it. So the more you guys like what I do and give me feedback about what I am doing, the more I can improve. Like and subscribe wherever you can. I'm on Facebook and TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and Snapchat. Yeah, let's get it out there as much as we can, and that's how I'm going to be able to make more videos and do more picks, and yeah, with your support. If you haven't signed up for my website, go to my website and sign up. It's free. So there's a lot more content there than there is on my socials. I get way more into how to run a business and whatever. So yeah, go to my site and sign up. I'm not an email capture. I'm just trying to track the traffic. That's it. I will never email you. I will never sell your information. That's not who I am. I know people do that. That's not me. So again, thank you for your support. And I really hope you enjoyed the video. And there it is.